Hey guys, and welcome to Faithworks Designs. I'm Faith, and as you can probably tell, the background in my room has been changed and reorganized and all of that great stuff. So, I need you guys to do me a favor. YouTube hates long videos, and this video is pretty long because I wanted to show you guys some stuff, and I actually need you guys' help. So, if you could do me a favor and watch the video all the way through, or just like let it play and then just kind of walk away, it would really help me out with YouTube because they hate these videos. But I need you guys' help because I organized my room, and this is a long video because this is the biggest renovation that I've ever done, and so it kind of took a lot of time. But I need you guys' help trying to figure out a few more storage solutions. I've got a few more drawers, a few more walls, a few more things that I want to organize, but I haven't quite found the right things to use. So stick around, and if you want to just play it in the background while you're doing something, go for it, but it's a long one, guys, so bear with me. Let's get started. So this is another problem area that I have. Especially during Christmas time and trying to get people's orders out, is I kind of just chuck everything underneath of here for a minute and then it gets moved to another location. We'll see that in a minute. But I also put some of my K&A custom fabrics, some of the designs that we've been working on, kind of like the patterns that I've been making for them. Just I have to hang on to those until the actual, there's another one, until the actual pattern comes out, just in case I need any kind of measurements or anything like that. So I need a new system for my pattern drafting patterns, that because they take up a lot of room. I need to figure something out for that. But right now we're going to clean this situation out. Oh, this makes me feel so much better. So much better, so I can actually see stuff. So this box over here is kind of like, I don't know, odds and ends that I need to work on. This box is going to be for my patterns that I need to wait on and I can't do anything with until they're finalized, and also kind of like finished product. But that way it's in my little IKEA boxes and they're all put away. I don't have to look at anything, and it makes me very happy. Welcome to my catch-all. We all have them. Don't say that you don't. So when I'm working on different projects and different videos, everything kind of like goes right here. While it's in transition, I do have a couple of patterns that I'm working on right there. But that's a video, that's a video, that's a to-do bag. It ends up right there. So let's clean that up. That normally doesn't take me too long to get situated and straight, but you know, we have to have our snacks and our entertainment. I listen to audiobooks while I sew. So that's done. Next section is the dreaded down here and zipper tape right there. I've kind of let it get out of control, so I need to do something with that. I don't know why this is so invigorating, but it just It really is. When everything is where it's supposed to be and everything is clean like it's supposed to be, I have a tendency to like just work harder and faster, and everything is in its place, and it's just really nice. So that's it for today, and then we're gonna start tackling the upper situation that is next. I have way too much crap. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we got all of this mess to deal with. All of that is my daughter's stuff, so we're not even going over there. But like all of this mess. I got it all cleaned up so I could tear it up. Okay, situation is, we gotta get this white because I need the background to kind of reflect the light, and I need it lighter in this room. I was super tempted to do something with the ceiling. Maybe later. I think this is going to be enough. So let's go get some paint. Alright, so we're at the infamous store, and we'll see if I feel brave enough to record in there. As you probably have deduced, I did not record myself because there are a lot of people. And people make me nervous. That's why I make tutorial videos out of the comfort of my own home, so I don't have to see people. Alright, I am going to show you guys. I basically got white paint, okay? But I also found a light that I'm hoping is going to work for the room. That's what I'm hoping, because I desperately need better lighting in there. So let's get going. Alright, so first coat is on, and as much as I would have loved to have given you guys like a constant butt shot and then fast forwarded through it, I didn't want to. So what I did was I went ahead and just painted everything, and that way you guys can kind of see. We're going to stop at the pink. So now that it's done, focus. Now that it's done, I'm going to go downstairs and eat some lunch, turn a fan on. Hopefully that'll help like speed up the drying process. And then I'm going to try and get the second coat on before I go get my daughter for work. It's 3 o'clock now. I got to pick her up at 6. So I need to get this second layer done and then try and put things somewhat where she can like move around in her room. And then tomorrow we'll try and put some stuff back together. We'll see. Alright, so we can already see a difference. Like, granted, there's not a light on this side. But kind of your dark paint versus your light paint, I think it's really going to help the videos look a lot brighter, and hopefully you guys can see more. I still have another coat to do. That blue is just not wanting to give up. It wants to stay. So I've got one more coat to do, and then hopefully we can start like moving stuff back and hopefully not have primer paint on my hands anymore. Okay, so I didn't record myself like shifting the furniture around because I knew what I wanted in my mind, but would it fit in the space? That was the problem. So I had to constantly like move things around. So that I didn't record. There's a couple of things. When I had previously had my desk over there, I had my long cutting table right next to my sewing machine, and I really liked that setup because if I needed something like right beside me, but you know, the table only has so much space over here, it was really nice to be able to have what I needed over here, grab it and put it, you know, sew it and do what I needed to do. So that's what I really wanted, and I got that. I also wanted more wall space to be able to reach all of this, because with my sewing desk and the cutting table, just all the stuff right here, it was hard for me to reach all of the hardware back here. So now that this desk is here, it's not so bad, and I can still kind of reach everything, but I needed a desk to put like all of my kind of outgoing stuff right here, that I can kind of get to easily. I gotta finish those. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to be taking a trip to IKEA because I have more wall. I want to grab a couple more of these brown ones because they're actually larger and wider. They're actually just wider than the white boards, and I need more space. So I'm going to grab a couple of those and put them up here. And now that I'm going to put that here, I can't put my zipper tape shoe thing right here because there's not enough space. So while I'm at IKEA, I'm going to be looking for a solution for that and figuring out where I actually have space to put it. I'm kind of thinking I want to cut it in two and put it underneath of here somehow. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, one more thing I got to do before I go. I got a light while I was at Lowe's because the room light that we currently have is just not enough for recording videos. So I got this one, and I'm hoping it is going to be, hopefully it's going to be enough to, one, record, and two, be able to just kind of see better to be able to sew, because that's kind of what I need. But I am not going to fudge with this, but for what I paid for it, it better light this room up. Alright, let me see if I can have time to put that up before I have to go. Yeah, I'm going to need an overhead light right here. So that's the next thing on the plan. I'm trying to get my room cleaned up, and I got a delivery, so we're going to check it out. I wanted you guys to see how Kim and Alex kind of pack up their stuff, because Kim knows that you're supposed to roll vinyl. If you've been around for any amount of time, you know folding vinyl annoys me. It always comes in a big bag so that everything on the inside is nice and protected. And it comes with a funny sticker. Let's see what I got today. Sassy since birth, salty by choice. Every package I get a new sticker. So this is a video thing that I'm thinking about doing, and you guys let me know if it's something you want to see. I bought a bunch of panels, and I was thinking about doing 10 panels in 10 days, making as many things as physically possible to try and get the biggest bang for my buck out of my panels. So that's a video I'm working on for you guys. If you want to see that, comment in the comment section down below. So I am just going to take this out. I just want to look at it before I get started again. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And yes, there's going to have to be a light over the table, but alright. Wow. There we go. Alright, so let's get back to cleaning because I need to clean up. I gotta get a job to do real quick and then I can get back to this. So let's go. Alright, so now we're on to our drawers. So I was looking online and I just couldn't find anything that I liked, because originally I had this thing and it was sitting about here in the drawer, and I had all of this open space, and pretty much all of this was just kind of like thrown into that one area, and I didn't like it, and it wasn't efficient, and whenever I needed dies I was like fumbling through it. It wasn't working for me. If you guys know any organizers that work better with the IKEA drawers, let me know. I really didn't like the ones that they had in the store. There's just not enough like smaller holes for like my needles and stuff like that. And I wanted to be able to take them out and just, you know, get out what I need and then look through it and find what I need. So if you have any hints on those or suggestions, let me know, because I have multiple drawers that I need to organize. I'm going to do the best I can with what I've got right now, because I do not want to spend any more money. So if you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, the room is complete, so we're going to do kind of like a little room tour. If you can see, like right here, that is so much more room than what I had before. I had about that much space before to walk behind my desk and sit over here at the sewing machine, and then this much space to like get out of my sewing machine space. So right now, like that alone is just like, ah, thank you, plenty of room. So the first place we're going to look at, obviously I added more shelving for all of my hardware, and I've kind of gotten everything like color coded, and you know, gold with gold and rose gold, I just kind of got all of that kind of organized, which was really, really nice. It was just something that needed to happen, and I just have not had time to do it. So adding that 2 boards along there has just given me so much more storage space, and I left space so that I could kind of add things as I go. IKEA was out of some stuff when I went, so I couldn't get as many of those as I wanted, and a couple other things that I wanted to like hang up there, they were out of. So I've left the space intentionally so that I can add those there. You're like, a heat press? What? I do have a heat press. I bought it with the intention of making some shirts or using it to do my interfacing on my bags, and truth be told, she's a beast and she's heavy. And as far as electric goes, my house is older, so in order to use this I have to cut my heat off upstairs to be able to use it, and it's just not realistic to make this an everyday machine for me. So, which is fine, I'll drag it out when I need to, but it's normally housed somewhere else, and I miss the dust there, don't look. But I had to make a t-shirt for my daughter, so I ended up just kind of leaving it here for right now in case I decide to make another one, because it's almost Christmas when I'm recording this, so you know, who knows, projects. So over in this corner will be kind of like my finished projects. That is a pattern that I'm working on for K&A Custom Fabrics. We're wanting to do a book bag, a small like book bag, and then that is a present for my husband for Christmas that I gotta finish. So all of my kind of in limbo projects are probably going to sit right there, and I don't foresee more than that being there at a time, because that would drive me crazy. One thing I wanted to ask you guys, I am like out of wall space. So these right here are all of my kind of go-to patterns. I want to find a different solution for organizing those and putting those up. If you have a good way that you organize things, maybe, I don't know, I can't put anything else on the wall, but if you can think of something else, let me know in the comment section down below. if you've got a better storage, maybe something that could stay here. I've even thought about putting like a command strip or something right there, and then just kind of having them hanging down. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Then we've got all of my like crickety stuff that I barely ever use. Don't be mad. I had the intention of doing a lot more stuff with the Cricut for making purses, and just life, I don't have enough time to play around with it. So I do bring it out occasionally when I want to do like a cutout, and then kind of adding, hold on, like for this, I use it for stuff like that when I want to make something kind of neat to be able to sew out, and I don't have to do it by freehand. So I like having it there, and that way it's kind of got its own little space. Alright, so with the new room style, I was able to get my picture back up. My neighbor did that for me. It was a news article that came out when everybody was making masks, and they called me and did an interview with me, and I wanted that back up on my wall so bad. So I'm so glad it's back up there where I can look at it and just see how much she loved me by putting that together for me. I also love how this little corner came out. I like the pink behind it because it really makes that white just kind of pop out at you. And then all of my tools are kind of right where my sewing desk is, so I can just kind of reach up. I think I put it a little too high because I'm short, but if I put it any lower, it would interfere with project sewing. So it's at the perfect spot where it needs to be, which is fine. And then I've got my baby. And then another question for you guys. This computer situation. So I have a window right here, and I don't have a lot more wall space. So I'm trying to think of a way to get this computer off this desk because I need it to cut. And I have just a tiny bit of space to like put something that could stand up to put my computer on. Now normally I listen to audiobooks, which, you know, is normally what I do, or I'll watch a video or something. But I like to have it right beside my sewing desk so that I can hear it. Because if I'm using my other sewing machine, I can't hear the computer at all. My fabricator, I can hear it as long as it's like somewhat over here. So if you got any tips for me, let me know. I got all of my drawers all cleaned out, which has been so nice this week, being able to just kind of work in my room, which I'll talk about in a minute. But I just kind of set it up and got all of the drawers all organized, and it was really nice to be able to just kind of go in the drawer and find what I need. Now it did take me a second to remember where I put everything, but for the most part it was really easy to find. Down here I have got some ready to ship items that I'm waiting for people to need, so that eventually will go to the store, but that's kind of where I want to put stock up, just so that when I'm done with things, especially when I'm making like my taco wallets and stuff, I make a lot of them at a time, and I need somewhere to put them, even to like stack things up on top. So that's where that's going to be, and it's actually been kind of really convenient being right here. So ignore all of that. That's my daughter's half of the room. But this is what I'm going to see from now on, and you're going to be seeing me right here. So that's the new setup. I don't think I talked about the lights yet. So the lights, they're really bright. Here, let's get on the other side of the room. Now originally that's what I was using for a light. This is a very long story, and I can't do electrical, so I found this on Amazon, and it was a way to just plug a light in and not have to get somebody to come out and do electric for me, but it just wasn't bright enough. You guys, I could tell when I was editing video that it was just super dark and it was hard for you guys to see everything. But now I went to Lowe's. I showed you guys the lights that I got, and I really like them. They're nice and bright. As a matter of fact, it takes me a minute for my eyes to adjust because they're so bright, but it's what I needed to record videos. I don't want to have a ring light like in my face when I'm trying to do intros and outros. So I think this is really going to be a better option for me so that I can have the light that I need. The one is over my desk so you guys can see what's going on. I actually need to get another curtain because you can tell it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The light comes in like right there, and it's so bright, and it's going to be messing up a lot of my footage. So a curtain is coming, and if you can see, I kind of had to finagle a light situation because those are only 60-inch cords. In case you were thinking about getting one, the cord is only 60 inches long, so you have to kind of figure out how to get your cord straight. So anyway, that is the room all finished. Phew, I knew that was a long one. But I just had a lot of stuff to do in my room because I'm trying to kind of acclimate everything more towards YouTube, and I still have a ways to go. You know, the lighting over here needs to get a little bit brighter. I've got to get one more of those lights for over here. I got stuff to do. So I think the paint really helped. As you can see in that back corner with the light, it really helps brighten everything up. So when I finally do a sewing video where I'm sewing over here, I think it's going to be a lot brighter, and even on my cutting mat, I could tell when I've recorded a few things, it's a lot brighter right here on my cutting mat, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing now instead of, you know, dealing with the light outside and all of that stuff. So anyway, hopefully you guys like that video. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe and see more sewing videos. I do have to warn you guys that my background will probably change back and forth between this setup and then the blue setup, just because I pre-recorded some videos so that I can get my room done. So anyway, it'll probably go back and forth, so don't be scared. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any suggestions on things that I can do to better organize my room, it's really difficult having like half a room to be able to fit everything that I need. You know, it's not just, I'm not just a hobbyist sewist. This is my business. So I kind of have to work at a very small amount of space to be able to have enough stuff to be able to do my business. So anyway, I like the setup now. I really do. I feel like right here, I've been sewing a lot. This is after Christmas that I'm doing the outro. But I've been sewing a lot, and I noticed that I have so much more room now to kind of turn and do what I need to do, and the sewing desk being right here, or the cutting mat and everything being right here next to my sewing machine. I can just kind of swoosh around. It's been really nice. So anyway, take your room for a test drive when you want to rearrange your room. I would highly, highly recommend that one because I had it in one setup and I had it too close to the wall. And so I went ahead and I had to sew something, and I noticed that I was too close to the wall. And luckily I hadn't removed the little things that you put underneath the sewing desk so they can help them move back and forth. My sewing machine is heavy, so I didn't remove those yet, thankfully. So I was able to just kind of scooch her out just a little bit more, so I have a little bit more room between the wall and the sewing machine, and my bags aren't getting caught up on the wall. So other than that, I really like the setup, and it's probably going to have to last me another year or so until another child moves out. But for now, it's exactly the way I want it. So, thanks for joining us again on Faith Works Designs. Bye, guys.